question 13. We've got a square here, and the square, the diagonal of the square, it's 8 centimeters. So the diagonal, that's the diagonal, and that's 8 centimeters. That's the longest side here, which means because it's a square, this side and this side is equal to each other. So if I call that x and I'll call that x, I just like to call it x, right? Because they're equal side. In fact, that's x as well. That's x. It says calculate the perimeter of the square. So we're going to calculate the perimeter of the square, which means we need to find x. If we find x, we multiply it by 4 or add them together, 4 of them, we get the perimeter. So perimeter is this, the outside length, you add them all together. So that was the perimeter. And not the inside one, just the outside. So we need to find x. Well, I can use Pythagoras in this case because, again, if this is, so it's a side here, so I'm going to say, well, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. And therefore, I know what c squared is. So that's 8 squared is equal to, well, we know what, if this is a and that is b, you know a is x, so I will say x squared, and b is x, so I'll say plus x squared again. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared, isn't it? This is 2 of them, and that's 8 squared. So 8 squared is 64, is 2x squared. If I divide both sides by 2, I get 64 over 2 equals x squared, which will give me 32 equals x squared. So now I know that x squared is 32. I need to find x. If x squared equals 32, to find x, I need to square root both sides. So x will be plus or minus root 32. X cannot be negative, so I just have to choose the positive value. So x is going to be root 32. And then root of 32, this will be the exact value, but then if we punch it into the calculator, root of 32, that's 4 root 2. That's 4 root 2. This is the third exact value. So that's the exact value. But we're looking for the perimeter, right? So that's x. So we need to times that by 4, because x is that. If you times it by 4, 4 times 4 is 16. In fact, that is 16 root 2. So that's what that is. So, or I could basically find the actual value, right? So that will be the actual value here. So x equals 5.6. To one decimal place, we're going to find the answer. So 5.656854249. But if we times that by 4, because this is 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the perimeter, times it by 4, I get 16 root 2, which is 22.6 into one decimal place. 22.6 into one decimal place. So the perimeter is 4x, which is 4 times 5.656. And that gives us 22.6 meters, because that is in meter. So the answer will be 22.6 meters into one decimal place. That's one decimal place.